What is up, Dallas Cowboys fans? IndyCar Tim here with your Dallas Cowboys Daily Blitz. Welcome into the show. Welcome into the channel. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Leave us a great comment and a like if you like the video. We'd love to correspond with you here on our YouTube channel. I am IndyCar Tim, and it is a Monday. Hope you're having a great start to your week. Even better, it is a Cowboys Victory Monday. Is there a better way to celebrate a Monday than with a Cowboys victory? Not just a victory, a big victory. 49-29 over the Bears yesterday on Sunday in the weird noon game that the Cowboys have had. They've now had 2 noon games in a row, and it's hard for my Cowboys schedule, my Cowboys calendar, and my Cowboys brain to get ready for a Cowboys game at noon. It's pretty weird. They don't do a lot of that. But anyway, regardless of the time of kickoff, Cowboys are playing well this year. 6-2 now on the season, tied with the New York Giants for second place in the NFC East. Both teams chasing the still undefeated 7-0 Philadelphia Eagles. You know, Sunday's win was impressive. I felt like all 3 phases, as Jason Garrett would say, they played well. It was a complete performance in all 3 phases. And, you know, the Cowboys could still be getting better as Dak, the old Dak, finally showed up and was an integral part of that win. Finding his receivers. Of course, the run game was really the focus of the offense, and rightfully so against that Chicago defense, as the Cowboys rushed for 200 total yards against the Bears defense. But, you know, the running game helped, or the passing game helped open up a lot of the running game, rather. And, you know, a big part of that is the Cowboys' wide receiver core, a position group that's really been concerning through the first half of the season, I think. CeeDee Lamb has struggled at wide receiver 1. He tremendously slow start. Played well on Sunday, I thought. 5 catches on 7 targets for 77 yards. Dalton Schultz, another integral part of that passing game. Of course, Dak and Schultz have a weird chemistry, just like Romo and Witten did, I think. And Michael Gallup has struggled, as I believe 4 catches for 47 yards, I think, on Sunday against the Bears. So, you know, Gallup wasn't even available until week 4, so he struggled a little bit coming back from the injury suffered in week 17 against the Cardinals last year when he tore the ACL on that touchdown catch. But time to heal for sure. But because of this slow start, the Cowboys have really been linked to trade rumors, trade talks, as the NFL trade deadline is on Tuesday. And even free agency. Of course, Julio Jones was linked to the Cowboys before he signed with the Buccaneers. Will Fuller has been linked to the Cowboys in trades. Odell Beckham Jr. is still a free agent, not ready yet to come back from his ACL suffered in the Super Bowl win, but he'll be out there. But Cowboys haven't done anything, and I think that's because they think they've got an answer waiting in the wings in James Washington. Many people have forgotten the name James Washington, the former Pittsburgh Steeler, the former Oklahoma State Cowboy. He has spent 4 years in Pittsburgh after being drafted by the Steelers. He signed a free agent deal, a 1-year deal with the Dallas Cowboys on March 18th. Went to training camp, and then on March 31st, he was put on injured reserve due to a knee injury. So he's been nursing that injury. He's been rehabbing. And regarding the trade deadline and the wide receiver position, on Monday, Stephen Jones, Cowboys Executive Vice President, Director of Player Personnel, CEO, leader of the Cowboys really right now, as he's taking over for Jerry for the most part, mentioned that James Washington is close to returning. Of course, Noah Brown's had a pretty good year. He's also injured. His name was mentioned as close to returning as well. And I can only imagine a healthy Noah Brown, a healthy James Washington would be a huge impact on this offensive, or on this wide receiver core for this offense, to help this offense. And I kind of think that's what the Cowboys have been waiting on rather than make a move for either a trade or signing someone else in free agency. You know, Washington spent 4 seasons in Pittsburgh, did not flourish like he did when he was at Oklahoma State. And think about who the quarterback was in Pittsburgh in his 4 years. Yes, it was Ben Roethlisberger. he just did not have good chemistry with Ben Roethlisberger. His numbers were not good. He had a lack of playing time because of that. But the many, many times that Ben Roethlisberger was injured in his 4 years there, who was their backup quarterback? Oklahoma State Cowboys quarterback Mason Rudolph, who was also Washington's teammate in college. They have tremendous chemistry. And when Rudolph was in the game, the many times Rudolph was subbing for Roethlisberger when Roethlisberger was injured, Washington had career games, career catches, yards, everything. He looked like a viable, number 2, number 3 receiver on an NFL roster. For whatever reason, that did not happen with Roethlisberger. Maybe Roethlisberger had his favorites. We all, nobody knows how his brain works anyway. But, if Dak could somehow find some of that chemistry with Washington that he has with Noah Brown, that he has with Dalton Schultz, that we're still trying to see him develop with CeeDee Lamb, that he seems to have with Michael Gallup, I think that Washington would really contribute to this club. And he could be the permanent number 3. And that would be a good problem for the Cowboys to have. Is Brown number 3? Is Washington number 3? Can one of those guys take over number 2 from Gallup if he can find his way back this season? But in any event here, the Cowboys have help coming at wide receiver. And I think it's going to be a shot in the arm for this offense. As, again, Dak seems to be back. At least he was on Sunday. He ran the ball 5 times, 37 yards, I believe. Jerry Jones promised us that Dak would be a main component of the rushing attack of the Dallas Cowboys in the upcoming games throughout the season. And certainly appears so, as they called several running plays for Dak. He had the touchdown run for sure, and looked good. Cowboys look good everywhere. And it just takes one really good Cowboys game, right? One really good offensive performance for all of us to forget about everything else that's happened this year for the most part. And that's okay. That's what being a fan's all about. It's the worst possible scenario when they lose, and they're going to win the Super Bowl when they win. I mean, it's that feeling. It's that emotional roller coaster, and that's what makes being a fan so great. So, yes, let me know what you think. Find me on Twitter at IndyCarTim. The show is at Cowboys Daily Pod. Or if you'd like, leave me a great comment in the video, in the comment section here on YouTube. I would love to talk to you here as well. Let me know what you think about James Washington returning, or let me know what you think about the Cowboys win. Is that sustainable? Are we going to see more of that, or are they going to resort back to where they were early in the season and, 17, less than 20 points a game? Let's hope not. We'll do it all again tomorrow, boys and girls. Until then, we'll see you.